financially. And we had this competition, Ijero District Scholarship. In Form 1, I won the Ijero District Scholarship, and I was on the scholarship of Ijero District for 5 years. And I need to acknowledge that openly. If you think you are poor, and you are diligent, and you are God-fearing, God can open, not even can, God will open doors of opportunities for you. I left here, went to Federal Government College, Odogbolu. I didn't want to do HSC, but I ended up in HSC. That which the Lord started in Duarte. I got to Odogbolu after having lost 1 year working as research assistants and all those things. And the Lord again opened the way. I had scholarship of Western State and federal government itself. Both of them gave money to sponsor my HSC. And not only that, they were giving me money to travel back home on holidays. And finally, for the university, the same thing happened. Federal government took over. I have told this story to let you know that don't attain your aspiration. It's possible. And the Lord will do it. If I have more opportunity later, either one-on-one, we can talk. And by the grace of God, I know the president also won, you were also an Ijero District scholar, right? Who was it in your class? Okay, I know there was somebody in your class who also ended up like that. Please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our children there, please take something away from today's interaction. You are lucky to be here. And for the older ones, if you still have children, the secretary said something. Mother wanted him to be a doctor. He turned out to be an engineer because he said his passion. Identify your passion early enough so that you can work towards it. With that degree of diligence and commitment, before I sit down, finally, I used to, in that hall there, the old assembly hall, I think there's one Mr. Ogunola who just reminded me that I used to play the organ at the assembly hall because my father was the organist here and also a teacher in this school. Serve the Lord diligently. It can't owe you. It will give you the reward of your hard work. It may be late to you, but surely it will come. President, thank you very much.
Please let that ovation start. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Thank you, Prof. Sir. And in listening to Professor, I picked 3 things. And I want to rehearse those 3 things. And I don't know if you, the current student, picked. Number 1 is that do not see lack of money now as a limitation for your progress. Did you hear him say so? I want a response from you. Did you hear him say so? Yes. That do not see lack of money. That your parents do not have money. Do not see it as a limitation for your progress in life. Number 1, you can be seated. Now, number 2, he said that you should write down what you want to be in life and how you want to get there. And you should, and he underscored the word legitimately. Legitimately. We live in an illegitimate system and world right now, but our daddy has communicated to you today that you can be great. You can go anywhere you want to go to legitimately. There are legitimate successes. So do not forget that you should pursue destiny legitimately. And then thirdly, he said, serve the Lord. Serve the Lord. Those three things, listening to him, are key points that I picked from his speech. Thank you, Professor Sir. We appreciate you. Please put your hand together for him again. Put your hand together for him again. Now we move to the career talk direct now. And then we are going to be having two basic sessions. The first section, we have a main speaker, and I just feel you students are so you are so lucky that you are sitting under this atmosphere today. We are going to be hearing from a brilliant mind, a man who has achieved greatness, a man who has traveled to the path of success, who knows how to show the road to the path of success. So we're going to be having him as a major speaker who will speak with us first, and then thereafter we're going to separate ourselves into three departments, three areas. And these areas are, number one, the ones of us who are interested in science and technology. Can I see your hand if you are a science student? Almost everybody is a science student. If you are interested in science and technology, we will separate ourselves to one area. And then those of us who are studying art, who are interested in art, you want to become a lawyer and everything art. Can I see your hand? Okay, we will go to another department. And then those of us who are in commercial class, you want to become a renowned accountant like our able president. You want to become a renowned finance manager. Then we will come to another department. But to start with now, I have the honor of bringing to the microphone the lead speaker and the lead facilitator of the career thought in the person of Engineer Olaniyi Owoyomi, 1976. Please put your hands together as he comes to the microphone. Or should I pray?
Kabiyesi, Mr. President, the Chairman BOT, I think the President did me a little bit of disservice. Teachers are supposed to talk last because those of us who are not teachers, we don't have the fluency and the way to put things. So putting Prof to talk before me and setting the standard might likely make things a little bit difficult for me. So I greet all of us, and I'm privileged to be here to be able to share some little experience with everyone. I will sit down, sir. With every one of us, and more importantly, with our children. And before I start, I would like to see the DMGS teachers, whether they are available, those of them that are available. I would prefer to come close to the front because for the effectiveness of the career discussion, the teachers are important. Pardon? Okay. I don't have the luxury on time because I was allotted 30 minutes. So, but I will try as much as possible to do a little bit of justice. As a career guidance, this is a process that helps people to identify and pursue career by providing information, skills, and experience. For you to be able to go to any career, you need information, you need skills. What are the things that are required? And you equally need people who have experience in that field to be able to guide you. It helps us to reflect on our interests, our ambitions, our ability. It also helps us to understand the product and the market and education system that relate to all these ones and ourselves. I say that what is the difference between career counseling and the career itself? Career is a long-term occupation that a person pursues for a significant period of their life. It is a path that involves training, growth, and pursuit of goal. Career is different from a job. Your career is different from a job. A job gives you a pay, but a career is a thing that is done with passion. And when you do something with passion, you excel. And from there, you are able to make money. A career can include multiple roles, progression and going to higher roles. A career can be a profession, such as medicine, teaching, public service, business, diplomacy, or even in security, soldiering, policing, and etc. A career also will allow you to have growth in your pay. Like Prof said, if you are looking to make money so easily, then you better get out and start to go and be doing trading. But if you are looking to make a career, first and foremost, then you are in the right path. Money will come after if you do your work well and you are able to make a name for yourself. What is career counseling? That's why I want the teachers to listen properly. It's a process that helps people to make decisions about their careers, about their education, about their lives. It will be difficult for the students out there, like so many people say, when I was here, I did 10 subjects because I knew I was good in sciences. I just combined everything, did additional mathematics, did economics. There was no guidance, no nothing. And I just did 10 subjects because I knew I would pass. But if I had somebody to guide me, I knew that I was going to be an engineer, I would have confined myself to the path that will lead to that. And I'm sure so many of my colleagues also had similar experience. I know a lot of people that ended up in science. I will mention one person who worked with me while I was in Warri. Was a former senior prefect, he's late now, may his soul rest in peace. He was pursuing science here while in Duarte. But at the end of the day, he ended up as being an economist. So if he had known that he was going to be an economist, a system economist, very good, excellent when he was working, why would he have been bothering himself with physics? Because he had to come and repeat because he needed physics. So all those years that he had to come back and repeat his physics, do this, he would have been going with his economics, and that would have been, because if there had been guidance, if there had been somebody who had been able to put him through on what you need to do. So we need the counselors to be able to guide us. And I believe that the school will have 1, 2, 3 people that are counseling the student. You need a career counselor that is doing that job as a profession. Then the career counselor will now tap from other people's professional experience, the science teachers, the art teachers, the commercial teachers, to be able to guide the student. So he will draw the framework. And the framework that is required is that there is supposed to be an initiation. You know that this is what is happening. These are the process that is available. These are the profession that you want. And these are the people, these are the requirements for those professions. So the career guidance counselor will do that. Then we'll now explore all the opportunities. Explore the opportunity for all those careers. After that one, you now make a decision. When you make a decision on what to do, whether you want to pursue art, you want to pursue science, you want to pursue engineering or medicine, then based on what you have explored, you'll be able to know the schools that are good, that are doing medicine. Not all schools are good in most of this. I'm not saying some universities are not good, but at the same time, with my experience, I transferred to 3 different stands of school. I went to Ibadan Poly. From there, I went to University of Benin. And also, I was in University of Lagos. So I was able to at least decipher 1 or 2 things about institutions. So if you have such experience, you know that it is important for people to know that, okay, if you want to do engineering, for example, perhaps you might need to consider going to Ife or possibly University of Lagos or Benin. I would not personally recommend that somebody will choose Ibadan as a first choice for your engineering. I would prefer somebody going to Ibadan for medicine as first choice. So these are things that we need to identify when we are talking to the student. The career counseling also is a guidance. It continues to coach, career coaching, and also guidance, and also you give the students, these are the things you need to, if you are going to be an engineer, then your physics, your mathematics, you need to periodically report to the teachers that are in charge so that they will know how you are going, they will know what you are doing, and see whether your progress is measuring what you'll be able to do, what you actually want to do. For the counselors, I say that they need some skills, and I'm just going to run through them. A counselor must be an excellent communicator. You should be able to communicate very well. A counselor must be able to critically think. Must be a critical thinking. Must be a critical person that is thinking properly, deep. A counselor must have empathy. Should not be somebody that just now is angry. Because there are so many of us. A lot of us are slow learner. A lot of us are fast learner. I remember I was working in Warri, and some of my boys were just misbehaving. My boss said, Niji said, the fact that you are a fast thinker and you are a hard worker, brilliant, doesn't mean that these people are not good. You need to give them time. You need to, when you move fast, you need to draw them a little. Because you must work with them. So there must be empathy. Then you be able to listen properly, an active listener. And then he must be creative, he must be resourceful. So those are for the counselors. Now for you to choose a career, please listen to me. I will emphasize, Mayowa said part of it, you need what is called passion. What are the things that you have passion for? What are the things that interest you? Dr. Prof said that because of the fact that some people are able to mend finger, so that drew his attention to go to that profession. So if you want to be somebody, you must be able to have that passion for it. And for you to develop passion, these are the few things that you need to think about. In your area, have you seen a doctor? Have you seen an engineer? Have you seen an accountant? That you see this person that is coming to my area, he says an accountant. You see the way he's behaving, you like him. That is one area that makes somebody to say, okay, I'm interested in this thing. Also, you may see some people that are doing construction. The way they dress, wearing coverall, that also can draw somebody's interest and attention to say, okay, I want to be an engineer, or I want to be a construction person. So, first and foremost, you must have passion. And whatever you have passion for, you are able to do it well. You must be interested in whatever you want to do if you want to choose a career and be successful in that career. You must be able to know your strengths. You must be able to know your strengths. What are the things that you are good at? What are subjects that you know that you are good at? There is no point in choosing to say you want to be an engineer when you are not good in mathematics. Or when you are afraid, when the mathematics, because I remember a couple of times when at math teacher, when we were in class, it was Ogadada. So many of us, when he comes in, because he will not punish nobody and he will jovial, there's a lot of us will not be interested in drawing. And I'm equally when I see blood, I don't like to see blood. So when we are doing dissection, see all those things like that, I was always scared. So I knew that I was not going to be good in biology. When I was having A in all other subjects, I had to manage with C5 in biology. And so there's no point in saying that I want to go and do medicine. Because I know that those are the areas that I cannot avoid. So why would I do? So you must be able to know the subject that you are good in and those ones that you are not good. So those ones that you are good in, you need to work on them and make sure that that is the area that your interest lies, and that is where you'll be able to choose a good career. You must have some goals. What are your goals? Is it to make money? Is it to follow the Yahoo? Is it to follow all those people that are carrying drugs, that are moving up and down, or all those Okada? When you go home, what do you do at your house? You go and trade with your parents, they send you an errand. By the time you come back, are you focused? So if you don't have a goal, if it's just for you to just come to school and go back, then you might be finding it difficult to even pin down the type of career that you want to do. Another issue is that you should be able to ask your counselor, what are the jobs that one can easily get? What are the career where you can easily get jobs? You need to know from onset that, okay, if I do this course, then possibility that I'll be able to get jobs are there. Or what are the jobs that if there's no job at all, that I can work for myself? You should be able to identify all those ones. So when you identify that the job market now is saturated, but you can work for yourself. And if you do this one, you will be well equipped to be able to work for yourself. Then that becomes easy for you. So you'll be able to allocate, based on this one, I will choose to be a doctor, or I will choose to be a pharmacist, or even theater art. There are a lot of people that you can do. Also, there's what we call work-life balance. Work-life balance, that when you work, there must be time for you to rest. Our body compositions are different. I've trained my body, all others, the contractors will not allow you to see road. And you still have your deliverable to deliver. And the following morning, when you have to pass your report, your body will not ready to listen that one contractor was coming, because one contractor was opening your door and that one was coming out. So it means that you will have to work in the night. So most of the time, work in the night. It is these days now that my son will always be worrying me. Say, Daddy, you still not stop working in the night. Your sleeping period because of my own health. So because I've been accustomed to. Now I'll quickly run, because my time, I'll quickly run through some of the professions that we have. So many of them, the school will call out this one so that they will work on them. It's not exhaustive, but it goes to let us know what there are so many things that we can do. In agriculture, food and natural business, we have the food scientists, we have the conservation scientists, we have logging, we have the soil and plant scientists, we have natural science manager, agricultural officer and extension officers, we have fishes, we have horticulturists, so many of them in agri that are there, so many. Architecture and construction, you have the architect, you have the building, you have the electrical design and construction engineers, the civil engineers, land surveyor, quantity surveyor, and valuers. You have transport engineering. In that area, it is inexhaustible. Arts, audio, video, technology, and communication. This is one area that Nigeria is leading in Africa. And before, when we were growing up, we were not allowed to play ball. I was good in football, but if I went out to play ball, punishment will be awaiting me. Also, there are a lot of people that are very good in singing, a lot of people that are very good in dancing. Once we're able to identify this one, obeni machiri talent monle arakunrin Oluwa yo bere lowo re ohun to fi se. So the moment we are able to identify that somebody is good in one particular thing, these days we can be. And one of the good things about this is that most of these art and audio jobs do not even need a university degree. You can, after your school start, go to where you need to perfect your art, perfect this. There was a boy. He was looking for a job with school start, where he was working in our estate. Later, they dropped him, and eventually, I was always talking to him. But the boy said his passion is all those dramatic photographer, that he wants to just go and learn that one. And he went. He spent 9 months to just be learning photography for all these filmmakers. As we speak, he's comfortable and he's doing very well. So when you recognize such passion, let us pursue it. So there are people that have that passion for arts. We need to encourage them. We have business and finance. When we come into group, they will talk to them about business and finance. When I was in Warri, I never knew anything about business. In fact, as a share staff or NMPC, we saw ourselves at the top echelons. So, but when I got to Lagos, where I was staying in the GRA, nobody even knew whether I was Shell. When I was working with Shell, they would say, "Where is your filling station?" So, and it was those people that introduced to me the act of investment. Because you see them here and there, driving good cars, living very well, and legitimate income. So they were the one that introduced. So I went to that school to be able to know how to do it, little investment. That as it today, I can rely. Occasionally, I was telling somebody, I said, that maybe Pastor Lagoju, I said, there are times I won't forget that I was broke. I'll just say, maybe from GT, that I'm having 1.5 million naira from nowhere. So there are people that are there, so they will advise you on what to do that will lead you to that place. We have people in education and training. It was before in those that I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be that. One of the things I noticed was that I didn't want to be a teacher, but I've never left the line of teaching. While I was in service, I was always a guest lecturer in our training school. When I retired, first thing I did was that I now went for train the trainers, because I found that you need some skill to be able to even impart knowledge. Because you know what to know. If you don't know how to impart it, you just be talking, nobody will get what you are saying. So I went to that course, train the trainer. It was in the UK, I went train the trainer. So these days, I can give lectures, I can do anything. And most of those things, they bring money. Once they know that you are a resource person, you have the technical know-how, and you know how to impart it on people, then getting patronage is not a difficult thing. So teachers are not relegated any longer. So let people, if you have passion for teaching, pursue it, and rewards are there. You have government workers. One of the areas that people are struggling, especially in this Ekiti, is that our presence in the federal system is very, very, very minimal. We don't have people in civil servants in this and that, very minimal. I was in the solid mineral when I went to see Honorable Alake. The people, the director of this, and I asked him, I said, does it mean that there are no people from Ekiti here? I said, my brother, those are things that we have met. And it's not only in that place, in other areas. So we need to go to public service. So we need to find out how we can get to public service. Because life is not complete without the public servants. And after the politicians who determine the way you live your lives, the next powerful people are the public servants. Because they interpret whatever the politicians are saying. And the politicians, they can decide that all of us are going to go hunger tomorrow. That's what we can do. So we need to be interested. Even in politics also, it's a profession which we need to develop. Before the game, I don't believe. Politics is for everybody because that's what determines our life. So if you have inclination for politics, please pursue it. Another is earth science. Prof has spoken to us about that. And we have a couple of doctors that are around. So I'm not an authority, but I know that there are so many branches. The physicians are there, the surgeons. Even if you don't want to go, the registered nurses are making a lot of money. You have the dentist, even those who do what analysis, all those laboratory technology, the radiographer and all. Yes. These days now, one thing that I tell people is that somebody will say he's sick. They say you should go to lab. The nurse is always say typhoid and fever. Fever and typhoid. I said, these are our laboratory people. Don't they do any other? They don't know any other thing. Yes, when you say typhoid and malaria. So I questioned one. I said, this result is not acceptable. Let us go to another place. And eventually, it was not even typhoid, and it was not even typhoid. It was not malaria. It was a different thing entirely. So we need people that are competent to be in that profession. Information technology. We have what we call the AI. Information technology. The next money spinning. Computer, web developer, cyber security, artificial intelligence and automation, research, database administration. So, and also, one of the good things with this particular information technology is that you don't even need to go to university to be able to get to where you are going. If you have that passion and you're able to develop yourself, there are so many online courses. There are so many other people that can do it that can train you. So if you not say, okay, because I don't have money, that's why I cannot go to university. You can still achieve your ambition if you are serious, if you are.
So we are grouping access into 3 now, and then we have facilitators that will talk to each group. So children, if you are for science and tech, you are already thinking, like secretary, that you wanted to be an engineer. You're already thinking that you want to be an engineer, you want to be in information technology, you want to be in this thing. Can you raise up your hand? Then you come this way. Science and technology. Science and technology. This way. If you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a politician, you want to be in public service, come to this left side, to the left. Arts, science and tech.
Commercial can be at the back.
I know. Commercial, you want to be an accountant, you want to be a banker, you want to be anything in business. A business manager, go to the back. The back. Go to the back. Art here.
Thank you, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, please, teachers kindly help us to organize them. We want a space in between the art and the commercial. These are art students, right? Yeah. Art students. Where are the commercials? The commercial student at the back there. Okay. Why science will fill this side? Okay, please, can we turn this line of seats? Where are at? There will be a demarcation. Okay, it's like. Okay, from this line, can this chair be turned back? Turn this back so that this commercial will be here. Turn this line of chair back. Hello, Oga, stand up. Auntie, stand up. Turn this chair back.